Hey guys, what's up? It's Julia, and for today's video I'm going to be doing my June wrap-up video, and this is the second time I'm filming this because I'm very picky now. For some reason I've been more picky with my videos and which ones go up and which ones don't, so I filmed like 5 videos and I don't think I'm gonna put any of those up, which sucks. But for my reading month of June, I felt like I did a very good job. I read a total of 15 books. 3 of them were graphic novels, so 12 whole novels and then 3 graphic novels. And I'm filming this on the 27th, so there's still like 3 days left and like today. So I'm currently reading a book and I don't think I will finish it before the end of the month, but if I do, I will include it in my July wrap-up and mention that I read it at the end of June. So yeah, and if you guys want to know more in-depth reviews or anything like that, or any problems I had with them, I might not be able to share because of spoilers, so you can check out my Goodreads if you wish, and there's all the books and when I read them, and you can see what I read throughout the month if you don't want to wait till the wrap up. I don't know, but I have all the reviews on there if you want to. But yeah, let's start with the wrap up because this is going to be long, so I'm sorry. The first book I read this month was Hopeless by Colleen Hoover, and I truthfully read this at the end of May, but I filmed my wrap up before then, so I'm including it in this wrap up, and I'm better now. But this book was very good. I'm pretty sure I gave it around a 4-star. Not too sure. I'll leave like the star ratings down here and stuff if you guys are wondering, so I don't have to go back and check because I have a book full of all the star ratings and I'm not positive on all of them, but I'll leave like a thing down here. But this was a very good book. Colleen Hoover just has like such a great way with her writing. Like her writing just pulls you right in, and it's like so good. I've only read 2 of her books. I read Confess last month and now I read Hopeless, and they were both very, very good. This one was a lot darker and dealt with a lot more serious things, but like way more. It was deep, man. It was dark, but it was very good and I did enjoy it. I'm pretty sure I had a couple issues with it, but spoilers and stuff, so I won't be mentioning those, but I think it's still worth the read and it was a good book. Maybe personally I think I like Confess better. Not one of Colleen Hoover's best, but I still have to explore more for books, so I can't say that now. But in my opinion, it was still good. The writing. The next book I've read this month was the 4th bind-up of the Death Note Black Edition, so this includes volumes 7 and 8, and this was very good. I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars, I believe, but I'll leave it down below, but I'll leave it down here. But I gave this a very good rating and it was very good, and I highly recommend Death Note if you haven't read it yet. Death Note's such a great series and I highly recommend it for manga. So next book I read this month was Girl Online by Zoe Sugg, and I actually partly read this on a trip on the bus ride out, but I only read like 50 pages. But when I came back I finished it and it was okay. It was okay, an okay book. I had some problems with it. Well, let's just say the beginning half of it was no. I didn't like it at all. It wasn't good at the beginning, but when they went to New York it picked up and it was good. It started getting good and cutesy, but it still felt like the characters were like trying to be relatable and it was trying to be some gushy teen story, even though like the other contemporaries aren't all gushy and blah blah. Nah. It was okay. It still had some important lessons with it and it did deal. I liked the blog aspect and the anxiety aspect in it too, but yeah, cover's pretty though, right? No, I'm kidding. Next, I read All the Bright Places by Jennifer Niven, and this book has a trigger warning for suicide, so if that is a topic that offends you, wouldn't recommend picking this one up, but it was very, very good. I ticked off a lot of things and I go through these very fast, so oops. But this is a very good story. It's about 2 people, and Violet and Finch, and they meet on top of a bell tower above their school or on their school or whatever, and they're both about to like jump, or they're both contemplating whether or not to, and they meet that way, and it's really adorable and it's really good. Like I really want to reread this one very much. Like it was really good. Next book I read this month was The Last Time We Say Goodbye by Cynthia Hand, and this one is another book that deals with suicide. And Cynthia Hand, I've never read anything by her before. I know she has a trilogy called the Unearthly Trilogy, which I know about a little bit, not really, but her writing was like the best thing about this book was the writing. It was so well done, and I think the messages that were in this book were strong, like achieved, and it was such a good book. I loved it. It was great, and it was more focusing on the grief of someone. So it was really interesting to read about. So next books I read were the Selection series books. It was a trilogy. I think it's becoming a series now. Maybe. I don't know if that's what I heard, because this one says on the front, the 4th book in the Selection series. Plus, there is going to be one after this, I'm pretty sure, because the ending, that wasn't an ending. No, wasn't. But, the first book in the Selection trilogy, series, first book, the Selection, I gave, I'm pretty sure, around a 4. And the Elite, it was okay. The Elite was not bad. And the one was pretty decent as well. But these 3 books focus on America Singer, and there's this thing called the Selection, and it's where the prince, he's looking for his princess and his bride and whatever, and so he holds this thing where he gets all these girls from different whatever. It's like a dystopian world too, and he gets all the girls, and then he doesn't choose them. They're like raffled in, but they all get into the castle, and then it's like The Bachelor. Okay, it's like that, but with a palace and a dystopian world. But they're very good. They're a lot of fun. I haven't had a fun read in like a really long time. Like, I enjoy books, but like having like a blast and like loving exploring the palace and whatever was a lot of fun. And then The Heir came out recently, and it was all right. I've read this one, but it was okay. It followed Edeline, which is the daughter of 2 people that I can't say, spoilers, but you could probably guess, but whatever. And basically, it's her selection, and her parents are making her find a prince. So it's all about her selection, and she has to figure out which guy and blah, blah, blah. It was actually really interesting, though, hearing from someone's perspective of them holding the selection rather than in it like America was. So I really liked that aspect of the story, and it was okay. The character, Edeline or whatever her name was, she was really mean at the beginning. She was really annoying too, but she got better. That's the point. So she wasn't too bad, but I'd give this series a go if you want like a really fun series, unless you don't mind a little bad choices from a main character. Little, not really, but it was okay. I could put up with it because I kind of understood why she did what she did, and like I can understand in a way, not really, but I could kind of understand why. So it didn't bother me too much, but yeah. The next book I read this month was the 5th bind-up of the Death Note Black editions, and this includes volumes 9 and 10. And this is very good as well. I love these books. I would totally give them a go, and they're good. They're really good. I really like them. And if you guys know any really good manga series, because just let me know in a comment, because I want to read more of them, and I don't know which one. I saw something called Black Butler or something. That looks interesting, but I don't know. Tell me what you guys think. Next book I read was The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan, and this is the first book in the Percy Jackson series. And this book was good. It was good. I had a few issues with it. Don't be mad. I did have a couple mini little issues with it that can't say, but it was very good and it was enjoyable. I will be continuing with the series because I bought the box set, but I'm in no rush, and I really want to spread out these books because sometimes I enjoy series longer when they're kind of spread out. So I do like a good marathon, but sometimes it's really nice to just spread them out and read them one every little bit, or like one every month or 2 every month. I don't know. We'll see, but it was good. Next book was Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. I don't know how I feel about this. I was expecting a lot more than what I got. I do like the cover though, because I like his arm veins. I mean his hand and arm veins. I like that. I like it. But I don't think I was in the mood for contemporary, and I was really pushing myself through this baby, and it took me like a day or something to read, or like less than 24 hours it took, and I didn't like it. It was very... I might give it another shot because I really wasn't in the mood for this genre, so that could be part of the reason why and stuff. But it did make me want to go do some things and like have fun and whatever, but no, it was I felt like it was very predictable, and like nothing really, like what was the point of this? That was like my question after. I was like, what? Why? Okay, so what happened was what we expected to happen? Oh, okay. you know, it was okay. I don't know. Next book I read was Suicide Notes by Michael Thomas Ford, and this book obviously is another one that has to do with suicide, and pretty much it's about a guy named Jeff. Yes, Jeff. And he wakes up New Year's Day. He wakes up New Year's Day and he is in a mental hospital or a psychiatric ward, whatever you want. Yeah, it's a psychiatric ward. And he is in there, and it's about his experience in there. The concept of this like really reminded me of it's kind of a funny story. I didn't read the book, but I saw the movie, which is weird, but yeah, that's what it kind of reminded me of, because it took place in like a place like that. And the first half of this baby I adored. I loved the first half, and then like I loved the writing. Jeff was actually really funny, and I was surprised I was laughing during this, because I'm usually very serious when it comes to the topic of suicide, but this book, man, this book, it was good. It was good. The first half, then it went downhill and it went in a direction that I didn't expect, and yeah, it was all right though. It was still decent, but for the first half, not because of any reason you probably think if you've read it, but it's because the other half, I don't know, I just didn't expect to go in that way, and then felt like the story just got weird and blah, and still proud of Jeff. I enjoyed his character. I also enjoyed Sadie. She was a very fun character, and well, not fun because they're in a psychiatric ward, but she's a very interesting character to read about, and so were all the patients, because they kind of, you know, talked about partly why they're in there. Yeah, it was half decent, you know, it was good. Next, I read the last book in the Death Note series. This is the 6th block edition bind up, and it includes volumes 11 and 12, which are the last ones, and this book was awesome. I loved this. I was like, after I read this, I was in like, not a reading slump, but kind of. I was like in, what's called, the book hangover or something, and I didn't read the whole next day. I was just drawing the characters with watercolor pencils. I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna draw them all day, it's okay. But it was so good. I loved it. I loved it a lot. And the last book I read this month was The Enchanted by Renee Denfeld, I think so. And pretty much this book is about it takes place in a prison, and pretty much we follow a guy who is on death row, and he's basically telling us everything that goes on. Somehow he knows everything that's going on in this place. He knows, you know, what people are thinking, what people are doing, everything that's going on. He is pretty well telling us, and it was interesting, like the point of view of this and everything, because sometimes it would like, it was confusing, kind of, not really, but it was okay. It was, who am I kidding? This was a good book. I really liked this. It was really strong and a powerful book, and I think it achieved what it meant to, and it was really, really good. Like, I never read anything about a prison, and it had to do with a lot with the death row and death penalty and stuff, and I thought that was really, really good. And this was written so good, and I think this is adult, so gotta pat myself on the back for that, because, you know, why not, right? But it was good. I really enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I really do hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, give it a thumbs up if you want to, and you can subscribe down below if you want to. Both would mean a lot, but whatever. And yeah, if you guys liked any of these books, or heard, or want to read any of them, or didn't like them, let me know in a comment. I'd love to know. So yeah, thank you guys. See you guys later. Hopefully I'll upload more this summer. I'm really trying to, so bye bye.